If you're one of the millions of Doctor Who fans who've been waiting for his return to the small screen, you've not long to wait. He's back at the end of the month, but the BBC has already had to launch an investigation after an episode turned up on the internet. David Silito reports.
I'm the Doctor, by the way. What's your name?
Rose.
Nice to meet you, Rose. Run for your life!
After 15 years away from the screens, Doctor Who is back. And the effects are better and the character's been updated. But it has upset some die-hard fans who've managed to see the first episode after it was illegally posted on the web.
There's been a couple of early reviews and they've attacked us. And it's painful. You accept it, you take it on the chin. But when you've worked as hard as we have, with so much love, you hope you'll get some of it back.
Doctor Who excites fierce passions. Generations of children have been excited and terrified by the programme. For some, it's been a lifelong love, and they were dismayed when the BBC dropped the series in the 1980s.
It all stems from childhood, really. I can remember, like most kids of my generation, hiding behind the settee, particularly when these guys came on the screen, and also the Cybermen. It's something that you never forget.
And as any fan would know, this is the door to the TARDIS. Indeed, here in Wales, they're organising a special advanced screening so that people can see what the new Doctor Who is really like. Because while this may have been terrifying 30 years ago, it's thought today's children are a bit more sophisticated, so a difficult balancing act, creating a new, modern Doctor Who for today's children, but still appealing to those who were first terrified more than 30 years ago. David Silito, BBC News, Cardiff.
A series of Doctor Who, produced by BBC Wales, starts later this month and it's being launched tonight in Cardiff Bay. Rebecca John is there for us. Rebecca, what's happening?
Well, Sarah, the TARDIS and the Time Lord are in town tonight for the launch of the new series, the first for 15 years. In a moment, I'll be taking you through that TARDIS to speak to the Welsh writer and executive producer Russel T Davies. But first, let's have a look at the brand new series.
I'm the Doctor, by the way. What's your name?
Rose.
Nice to meet you, Rose. Run for your life!
The scarf and the curls may have gone, but the enemies are ever present. This first episode of the new series of Doctor Who was filmed in Cardiff city centre. In it, the Doctor's assistant Rose Tyler, played by Billie Piper, realises that all is not as it seems at this department store. The BBC has launched an investigation after the first episode was leaked onto the internet. Programme producers say viewers should wait until the finished version airs at the end of the month. The series has been produced by BBC Wales and scenes have been shot across South Wales, including Cardiff Bay, the Millennium Stadium and Cardiff Royal Infirmary. And guess who's back? The Daleks.
Idiots! I must exterminate! Exterminate!
No!
It's hard to believe now that these creations had many of us hiding behind the sofa in the 70s. The consolation then was that the Daleks couldn't get upstairs, but rumour has it all that may be about to change. Doctor Who has been saving the planet and battling aliens since the early 60s. It's been shown in 66 countries and has a huge worldwide following. Whatever you make of the Time Lord's 21st century reincarnation, the new series certainly won't go unnoticed. Well, Sarah, I've always wanted to have a look inside the TARDIS, but I can tell you it's actually a lot smaller than you'd expect of a TARDIS, but I'm sure it'll look bigger on TV. Well, through here is the writer and executive producer Russel T Davies. Russell, last time we met, you were about to blow up a very well-known department store in Cardiff for the series. How did that go?
That went, we wreaked havoc upon Harold's in Cardiff, and it went very well. That was a long time ago, wasn't it? 8 months or so?
Yes.
A lot of time's passed since then.
And what about the rest of the series? Are you pleased?
I'm delighted. I could not be more delighted with it. We've still got another 7 days filming to go, so the end's in sight, but tonight is the big launch while we're still filming. And very excited, very pleased, very happy.
And Welsh viewers will recognise quite a few locations, won't they?
Tons of locations, not just Cardiff, but Swansea, Monmouth. We used just about the whole of the South Wales coast to created Barry Island. We'd been there as well. We kept them awake with our lights late at night. They weren't very happy. But all sorts of parts of Wales have been locations from World War II, from alien spaceships, things like that. It's just showed how good an area is to film. It's been brilliant.
What kind of doctor can we look forward to? What's he going to be like?
He's lively, he's fun. I think people are expecting Chris Eccleston to be a bit dour, and he has a wonderful time playing this part. He's full of vitality, you never quite know what he's going to do next. He's mercurial, he's more than anything else, he's great fun to be with.
Now, I spent a lot of the 70s watching it from behind the sofa. Will the children of this generation be doing the same?
It's still scary. It's with all sorts of ghosts and monsters and all sorts of alien creatures. It's more than that. It's not just scary anymore. We've got good stories, good plots, some great guest cast, some of whom are here tonight. So there's a lot to keep everyone watching.
Russell T Davies, thank you very much indeed. Enjoy the launch.
Thanks.
And we'll be speaking to the Time Lord himself in just a few minutes, so don't go away. Sarah.
Rebecca, gosh, how exciting. As long as the Daleks aren't with him. Has landed in Cardiff Bay for the launch of the new series of Doctor Who, and Rebecca John is there now with a special guest. No guesses for guessing who. Rebecca.
Yes, Sarah, I'm with the man who plays the Time Lord, Christopher Eccleston himself. How's it gone, first of all?
Fantastic, had a great time, worked very hard, been at it since July the 18th. We wrap finally on Saturday. I finished my bit this Saturday. I've had a great time.
Is it right that you approached Russell T Davies for the role?
It is, yeah, I begged.
Why was
Went
that?
down on my knees and begged. Because he's such a great writer. The main reason I wanted to do the series was because of Russell's script. And I've worked with him before on Second Coming. And I'm a fan of Bob and Rose, in Mine on Mine in particular, and Queer as Folk. So I knew, the most important thing about a television programme is the script.
So it was the script more than the fact it was Doctor Who?
It was, yeah, it was the script, and the idea that somebody like Russell, who'd had a very particular career, was going to approach something like this 7 o'clock Saturday night format. I thought that's got to be interesting and original. I thought it was a chance to make some original.
So what have you injected into the character of Doctor Who?
Well, what I've injected via Russell's writing, I think, is gusto. I mean, I wasn't a huge fan of the old series, so I don't know a great deal about it, so I can't compare that. It's play, and he loves life, and he sort of encourages Rose to enjoy her life and to accept anything that's thrown at her. And it was playing that kind of humanity in an alien.
Thanks very much for joining us tonight, and enjoy the launch. The first episode will be shown on Easter Saturday. Back to you.